Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Civilization 6 Rise and Fall. Before we get started today, I just wanted to zoom in and check out the cool animations and stuff that play out in the districts. Look at this, the entertainment complex. I don't remember what this is called. Entertainment zone? Entertainment complex. Yeah, I was right the first time. It actually has a little a little Renaissance fair jousting area. I guess this is the modern version of the arena, since, you know, we generally frown on gladiatorial combat in the modern era. And you can see the zoo we're building. It has a cute little like elephant wall. And this game's visuals are fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of a shift here. I had been focusing pretty hard on industry and not neglecting our science. Obviously, we're doing all right on science, but considering science as a second priority, because my previous experience, what I remembered of my previous experience, was that it takes way longer to build the projects, the space race projects, than it does to actually do the research to get to them. However, I'm looking at our rates of advancement here, and that definitely does not seem to be true in our case. And that might be because I'm playing better. It might be because we just had a situation here where our capital can have a really huge amount of production. Or it might be because they reduced the cost of the space race projects. I don't know that that's a thing that happened, but it might be a thing that happened. But anyway, my point is, I think science actually is going to end up being our bottleneck. We're going to finish our second to last space race project before we have our last one researched at this pace. So, we need to convert to science. Which is to say that a lot of the stuff I'm building right now might get put on hold for campus district projects. Now, we can't do that in Seoul, because Seoul does not have a campus. But all of our other cities can convert to, what is it called? Research grants, I believe. It's all the way down here at the bottom. Yeah. Just pump out science and great scientist points, but that's pretty whatever. Like, I really don't think the build time on our project is going to matter much anymore. So, okay. Yeah, this guy's obviously valuable, and also obviously we'll get him. But I'm less worried about, like, plus 20% production towards space race projects and stuff. I think science is really the only thing we care about anymore, so that's also part of the reason. I know some people in the comments of the last episode would be like, hey, you're not, the things you're doing are not helpful. You're not actually advancing your production by doing these, or you're not actually advancing by doing these. But part of the reason I was doing them was I was really worried about production, and it turns out production is not our concern. We have an empty trade route slot, is that right? Yeah, I guess so. Well, we can get a little bit of science out of that. Let's buy that trader. Does it matter where I run it from? What are my current routes? Because I want to run it from a city that isn't already running to London. Although I guess we have two targets that'll allow us to get 3 more science. There's a less than a 1% increase in science, but it's also the only thing that trader can actually do to help at this point. Yeah, from here should be fine, right? We don't have trade routes from this city to everywhere. Okay, so we should probably just spend James Watt, because like waiting on this isn't going to help anything. He's not going to produce any extra buildings, but he is going to give this factory +2 production, and that's fine. And everybody just get on stuff that actually helps. So I do want to finish the aerodrome in Gyeongju, because it will increase Gyeongju's production, which will speed up the final project a little bit. But anywhere else that's not doing anything, we can finish the research lab. That's probably a good idea. Yeah, we don't have anything of terrible import to build here. I'm trying to think, do we have research labs in all of our science districts? Is that a thing I ought to be concerned about buying? I guess, yeah, we're making a lot of money. We could do that. We could do that somewhere if we had to. So we're building the Royal Society here. Builders gain the ability to use all of their charges to provide bonus production to a district project. Yeah, okay, we should finish that. That will allow us to really rush that district project out. This zoo will provide amenities to Gyeongju, which will increase Gyeongju's yields. Yeah, it'll take us from content to whatever the one at +1 amenities is called, which does give you a production boost. It's a pretty small boost. It's like 5%, but 5% of Gyeongju's production is like 7 production, so it's actually not that small. Never mind. Okay. Let's go. And like I said, Seoul can't really contribute at this point. I guess it could start. Well, I could start building builders in Seoul and just have them run down here. That's probably better than it building a water park. Although I do want to see the water park. And the benefit of making builders and running them down to the capital is probably pretty small, given that we have enough money to just buy builders, and we don't have anything important to spend it on, I don't think. Okay, I just heard a barbarian noise, so we'll investigate that in a moment. Yep, London. Man, look at how good this trade route is. What an extremely good trade route. It is nice to have friends. So I heard a barbarian noise. The barbarian camp spawning noise. I do not see a barbarian camp in the area of my country, which means I don't care. Okay. You finished building your zoo, and I guess it's time for projects. Let's do projects. Oh, you know what? The builders can be immediately advancing these campus projects. No, sorry, not immediately. In 8 turns. Yeah, so Changwon will finish its research lab, and then it will convert. We're going to finish the water park. You know what? It might be a very small efficiency loss, but also we'll get to see the water park. I consider that a value that's difficult to put a number on. We might buy aerodrome buildings, I guess, with our gold. We'll probably just buy builders to rush campus projects. Okay, Carthage has made peace. So it's just a lot of... Some city-states are changing suzerains. Yep, and our era score is going fine. Not very important. Yeah, so +2 production. Is it better for me to just buy, like... Let's see. We could save up for 2 turns and then buy our hangar. Actually, probably the best thing to do is build the hangar by the airport. And you... 9-turn research grant. Like, where are we at here in terms of turns? 9, 15, 23... So like 30-ish turns, a little more than 30 turns. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and do this. These cities are just going to keep flipping back and forth. It's a strange history we've created here. So the way these campus projects work is they are increasing our science per turn right now. You can see it is 422. It has increased significantly. And then each time one of them finishes, we'll just get a big blast of great scientist points. Which is going to mean we get this guy a little bit earlier than we otherwise would have. It's probably not a huge difference. Like, we were certainly not going to miss that great scientist. Paradoxically, the citizens of Jeonju are both incredibly proud of their city's size and yet never stop complaining about how crowded it has gotten. Well, ain't that just the way of people? So city reached 20 population for the first time. Cool. This city turned out to... I mean, all this sugar is just so good. I still never did improve that sugar luxury. Listen, I'm alright at this game. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm horrible at it, but I'm also not the best. There are some flaws in my play, I can admit that. So the more I think about it, the more I think the Royal Society is, like, extremely good. The horsemen are just going to keep charging at our bazookas. I can imagine these dudes being like, they've got megaphones, right? And they're shouting at the cavalry units as they see them approach. Please do not run at us. We've been doing this a long time. We will shoot you. Just please don't make me do that. Alright, so we should put the counter spy actually in the spaceport now, because it will protect the industrial zone and the airport. The aerodrome. Which means that it will be difficult for enemy spies to reduce our production. Which is the only thing we care about anymore. Sorry, our production and our science. I guess I'm not making it difficult for them to do spying actions in the campus, but as far as I know, stealing tech boost doesn't negatively affect our science at all. Brazil is looking to found a new city here on turn 232. Maybe they've run out of great work slots. Okay, so we're not going to build the airport. We're going to buy the airport next... No, 2 turns from now. So I'm just going to start pumping out campus research grants here as well. So let's see exactly how effective that is. Our science per turn was 421.1 before I clicked that. It hasn't updated yet. I'm curious what it will become. Because you know what? I don't actually have a good sense of how effective these projects are at generating the resource points. I know about how good they are at making the great person points, which is what I usually use them for.
If you go on with this nuclear
460, wow. That project running is worth 40 science. Alright. The advent of nuclear weaponry will surely change the nature... Oh, did I... Okay. Listen, here's what I think about nuclear weaponry. I don't really care if you guys destroy the planet, but I would like it if you wait until we leave. Kind of wish there was a repeat button, because we're going to have to assign this project several more times, and I guess I could grab the scroll bar. It would be faster than actually mouse wheeling down all the way. So next turn we'll buy our airport, and then I think we're pretty much ready. I guess we gotta make some builders at some point. What does it cost to buy a builder at this point in the game? We're looking at 365. So a little more than it's like 2 builders every 5 turns or something we can purchase. Oh, even better. We can use the gold that our spies are stealing. I totally forgot about that. Are you good at stealing? No, but steal gold faster. Okay, that's great. We know exactly where we're using this guy. Here in the capital, we will purchase another 3 points of production. And then we will... Campus research grants. We will grab the bar and drag it to the bottom. Okay. So, it's right here, right? Yeah, each rainforest tile here are adjacent. This is 6 of the 7 available tiles being rainforests. Is there anywhere in the world that I can see that we can get a better yield than that? Is there a place where there are actually 7 rainforest tiles in a hexagon? No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like, fortunately, right outside our capital is the best possible spot for this. So that's going to be 2,800 science then, or sorry, 6 of the 7 tiles, 2,400 science. So that's about 6 turns of our current empire output. That's pretty good. I'm doing it again with the scroll wheel. Yep, and as soon as this is done, I guess I could buy a builder to rush this. We could just pull a forest. That probably is worth doing. I don't know what else, like... What else am I using my gold for, right? At this point. So we'll finish the Royal Society next turn, and then we can just slam production into research grants over and over again. Provided that I'm reading that correctly. Hold on, now I'm concerned that I'm being an idiot out loud again. Use all of their charges to provide bonus production to a district project. 1 per city per turn. So I'm assuming that the way this is worded, use all of their charges, means that this guy won't be able to do it after using one of his charges to burn this forest. Yeah, just keep stealing money. You're good at it, and it has a non-zero impact. You know, partially in my defense, by the way, on the somewhat questionable build decision-making and not realizing that our science was outpacing our production by so much and everything. Last time I recorded, it was fairly late. I recorded right before I went to bed, so... Boy, what could we use this for? Where do you have the space initiative? I don't know if there's anything of value I could do with this. Some people pointed out that I could use Amani. I kind of spaced on this, but I could use Amani's puppeteer ability to probably get a hold of Mohenjo-Daro again, which is a good point. Something to remember for future games, for sure. I don't know. I don't think this matters. Surplus logistics? Plus 20% food growth in Seoul? I don't think this governor title can be used in a way that makes any difference. You get to do your thing. So, we're 4 turns off of starting our next space race project, which I imagine will get done fairly quickly because Gyeongju has crazy industry output, very, very strong. This is just great. We got really lucky with this position, with these huge tracts of hills all around our capital. I'll say, so like, Korea is too powerful, in my opinion. Probably worth scaling back a little bit. But also, we did get massively, tremendously lucky. How do I do the thing? Is there a button for it now? Is there... Do I have to go to... Oh, there's no project running in Gyeongju, so I wouldn't be able to see it anyway. That probably has something to do with it. Like, now I do this. We do not have a button. Let's go to the actual district. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Actually, adding production to the campus research grants doesn't increase the rate at which they output science. It increases the rate at which they output great people points, right? Because I believe the way the text on the thing is... Hold on. Oh, yeah, our thing finished. We will start construction of this. So the text of the thing is, provide science every turn, and great scientist points once finished. Oh, I guess I don't actually know how these work. Hold on. Research grants. Let's learn a thing. Boy, that is not actually... I was hoping there would be some more detailed information here. Like, what the amount of science that it produces is based on. Is it scaling off of the production of the city, or off of the science of the city? Civilopedia could be more thorough, I think. But I guess really what we want to do... Well, hold on. Let's run this guy over here. Okay, so he does not have the button. He does indeed need to have all of his builds available for that. Okay, so we'll go build some mines with him. But actually, increasing putting production toward the campus research grants may not be increasing the amount of science we're getting out of it. It may be that I just want to save these guys until we're ready to do the space race project. And then also, it's not even worth increasing the speed of the Mars reactor, probably, because, well, I was going to say because we'll get it finished so far before we're ready for the next one anyway, but I suppose the sooner this gets built, the quicker we can go back to campus research grants in the capital. So never mind that. The career building power plants, there's constant non-stop war over here, unfortunately, like, constantly in my lands, which is annoying. I have... Yeah, see, if I doubled my envoys here, we'd be totally fine. And in fact, that's probably part of why we're seeing these crazy numbers in these city-states, is because other players have done that. They have gotten their Amani up to double envoys. That makes a lot of sense. So it doesn't really benefit me to assign these envoys anywhere. I guess assigning them somewhere means that they will be producing gold, because we get 1 gold for each envoy of the city-state, so... Yeah, I don't know. Just go here. Just produce me small amounts of money. I don't know what else to do with you. Let's have a look at our cool water area. We're building a Ferris wheel. That's neat. I want to see that too. Got the same color coding as the entertainment district. Oh, look at the seals. That's adorable. What's up? Oh. We'll save you. That kind of worked. This horseman's just sitting here watching. Wow, it's crazy out there. I mean, I'm not going to go help or anything, but it's crazy. All right, I think we're about as efficient as we're getting. We have all this faith. Should I use this faith for something? There's no universe where we get Nikola Tesla. He would be a good one. Extra production. Oh, actually, we can totally just... Yeah, I have enough... I have saved up enough faith. So yeah, +2 production in all of the regional buildings. So probably not the workshop, but the factory and the power plant. Yeah, patronage. Nikola Tesla. Get over here. I guess actually... Well, I was going to say actually what we should do is rebase him to Gyeongju, but actually it doesn't matter, because it's going to take 2 turns for him to get to this district in either case there. And hey, we made our normal age, in case. Is the game era going to change before it ends? Oh, it actually probably will, huh? Could I get a golden age? I wonder if a golden age would even be helpful. Alright, Poundmaker and Victoria are yelling at each other. By the way, check it out. The AI do yell at each other in the same way that they yell at you.
The Cold War is not thawing. It is burning with a deadly heat.
Each envoy you send to a city-state counts as 2 if its suzerain has a different government than you. I assume this only affects envoys that are sent out while you have this policy up, not ones that we've already sent. The Edmondson Scott Research Station seems like a very, very good wonder. Just not relevant to us because we can't get it built in time for it to matter, probably. I don't think we're changing our policies. Well, we should look, because I already don't remember what we have. No, these seem very good. I guess great engineer points don't matter anymore, probably, because we'll not get another great engineer before the end of the game, so... This would give us more science, except we're not going to be able to be suzerain of anything. Trade Confederation. There you go. Ooh, or maybe, you know what, it should probably be New Deal, huh? Because I'm thinking the amenities will increase yields. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, hey, look at that. We actually are not that far off of a golden age. What are we looking at here, amenity-wise? We're just content, because the population keeps growing. Yeah, okay. I think we can, we can afford to lose the gold. I don't think we need it that badly. So, drop invention for New Deal, and then the question is, like, is Trade Confederation better than Mercantile Legacy? I kind of, especially with this running with -8 gold to all cities, the plus 10% gold might be important. This is going to be an extra 8 science, though, because we are running all 8 of our trade routes internationally now. Yeah, let's see how bad our situation is when we do this. Oh, we're still positive on gold. We're fine. Let's make some mines. We get 2 charges. I forgot. Man, the mausoleum's very good. Alright, campus research grants. I'm not going to interrupt. I'm going to let this finish, and then we'll start up the Space Race project. Because, again, I don't think that the production time of it is going to be a bottleneck. Not anymore. So we need 9 more points to Golden Age, and we have at least 13 turns to do it? I guess I don't actually know how I would generate Arab score at this point. It doesn't matter. Probably it doesn't matter. Probably doesn't matter. Obviously, I'm going back and forth about it. I'm doing a lot of the back internally. The 4th is out loud, but I assure you, I am doing both of them. Oh yeah, yep. I forgot to redeclare, but Poundmaker's on it. Poundmaker seems like a good neighbor. You know, you get those some of the AIs. I'm always nervous when they appear next to me, but some of them, like I'm gonna be happy to see Poundmaker most games. I think, like Gilgamesh. $167.5. Let's just see if this works again. It still says 167.5, but again, like stuff doesn't update all the time. Let's wait until next turn and we'll see if that's stacked or not. Alright, so let's get on the Launch Mars Reactor project. And we'll purchase a builder to go and dump production into it. And everywhere else, just keep making those research grants. So it was 167.5 when we last looked. And it should not, nothing should cause it to change aside from that Tesla charge. I should renew my alliance, right? As it doesn't matter at this point in the game, probably. Do you think this is like a weird religious devotion ceremony? I absolutely will not stop spying on you. I will never do that. Sorry, that's not true. At some point I'm going to leave the planet. It's like the ritual sacrifice of spearmen to the terrifying thunder cannons. It's like some Shrouded Isle stuff. Alright. Oh yeah, that's right. Every time we finish a building from the Industrial Era or later, we get era score. That would be how we would get our Golden Age. I don't think I care enough to, like, focus on it, but... yeah, it did. Both of the charges did apply. They do stack. The Mausoleum of Halicarnassus might be massively overpowered? Seems very good. Yeah, build me an aquarium. Why not? Check out our now functional Ferris wheel. And I love the little colored balloons. I don't know why, man, but just like, listen, little colored lights on a screen make me happy. That makes me feel happy. More research grants. Just research grants more forever. Our scout did not get, or our spy did not even get the money before getting caught. Well, try to escape on foot. Immediate failure. Our opponent has lost respect for us, and Min was captured. Well, that's a bummer. Okay, that was not that effective. We'll do another one, though. Every turn we take off of it is meaningful. Get back to our campus research grants more quickly. I kind of forget about district projects a lot of the time, in part because I think I view them sort of like in my head, they're a way to get great people points more than they're a way to get the resource yield. Barbarian camp has spawned. Is that sound? Oh, hey, this one is in a place where I care. I mean, not like a lot, but you should go check it out. Maybe we should send that Hwasha in behind him. Alright, so how many turns are we still talking about here? Yeah, a lot. Science is still the bottleneck. Oh, hey, my alliance level with Victoria increased. Oh yeah, I click on this and it takes me to London. How is that helpful? You know I wanted to look at the alliance level benefits. Come on. 10% of our ally science when you or your ally are researching a tech that the other has completed. So, if I'm reading this correctly, we will be getting plus 10% science pretty much all the time because she is always researching a tech that we have completed. Seems alright. And that is the maximum level of the alliance. Okay. Was I about to do something? I feel like I was about to do something. Well, now I've forgotten what it was, so it can't have been that important. God, the rate at which we are generating great people points is so crazy. Because obviously the 35 per turn is not what's getting us here. It's all the campus research grants. You know, this actually could boost stuff we care about, right? Yeah, it is theoretically possible that we could get a boost on synthetic materials or composites. In fact, it's guaranteed that we will get a boost on at least one of those. No, it's guaranteed that we'll get a boost on both of them, because there are only 3 techs left in the atomic or information eras available to boost. So this is actually going to work out really well. Cool, man. I'm blundering into an awful lot of good stuff here. What are people building? Broadway, okay. How is the culture victory thing going for people?
Nothing on this earth lasts forever. Except maybe plastic.
Ah, see, we have screwed up people's cultural victories with that moon landing, giving us that huge, huge burst of culture. Because now we have a ton of domestic tourists that people have to overcome. Hey look, it's a barbarian scout. We'll see about that. There should just be like a do it again button, right? Okay, so we'll get this guy like in the next 2 turns. He'll boost us through the last couple of researches we have to do. So this is going to be a pretty early science victory, right? 1700-ish? About 1700 we get to Mars. It's certainly not a record setter or anything, but it's not bad. I would put this like 10% my play, 40% Korea being overpowered, and 50% our incredible starting position. Anything? I have this vague feeling that there's something I'm supposed to be doing. Somebody is screaming at their monitor right now, I can tell. I can just feel that stuff from the future. Do we have a research grant finishing this turn? We don't, so I'm not actually getting the great person this turn, and it would be best if we did get them this turn. Okay, I can recruit with patronage. The thing is, I think when you do that, yeah, they come in with no movement. So we're not going to get the boost on synthetic materials. Oh, and it was build 2 aerodromes. Actually, I almost did that naturally. Ah, well. Something tells me we'll live. We'll live without having gotten our boost. Then we get a boost on composites. We'll take like 2 turns off of it. Mont Saint Michel, isn't that a really old wonder? Like, way before the current age? Okay, this one doesn't actually do anything like the rest of the Mars colony stuff. In fact, it's only the
There's so much plastic in this coat.
It's only the moon landing that has any effect other than advances your science victory. Alright. Our knowledge of all the techs that are left has advanced considerably. Oh, and the barbarians are still pike and shot. How unfortunate for them. So we're at 500 science output. That feels like a meaningful amount. Feels like a sort of a threshold. I wonder if I've ever had 500 science output before. Yeah, just keep counterspying. You're doing a great job. I'm kind of surprised that nobody is attempting to damage our space race stuff. Because the whole world gets notifications when we finish one of those projects. Alright, 7 turns. I don't think... I was going to say I don't think we'll finish this in time, but that's right. It's the great scientist points that are at the end. The science output is as long as the project is running. So actually, we currently don't have research grants running in a bunch of places. Is our actual science output even higher? We could repair the walls that infantrymen did very slightly damage them. Something tells me we'll be alright. Out of curiosity, what's the next scientist? Gain 350 science for every artifact in this city. That's a pretty cool one. And the next great engineer is +1 amenity, +2 housing. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, this has 2 charges by default. So we would get 3. That would be a neat one to get if the game wasn't already all the way over. The modern era ends in 4 turns, so we're going to get... Aha! 30 gold. We're going to get one final standard era before things come to a close here. We could have golden arrowed this if I had been focused on 4 science per turn. Look at how good these trade routes are. If I'd been thinking about it and focusing on it, but I'm not 100% sure that getting a golden age would actually have been helpful to us. In the sense that I don't think they generally give you a lot of production. I guess they could give us science, but actually, by the time we're hitting the Golden Age, we wouldn't need science anymore. All right, what are we going to build here? I don't know if there's anything that matters. Builders? I don't know if those builders just run down to the capital. I guess that helps. We can be pulling turns off of the last space race project. So we're not going to finish the space race Civic in time to actually put integrated space cell into effect, are we? Actually, does this city doesn't have an encampment, does it?
It is obvious that while science is struggling
So
to bring
we don't have a military academy or a seaport, so actually integrated space cell won't even do anything here. I maybe should have built an encampment because that is a source of additional production. Yeah, probably. How many turns, Sean? 3. I don't know why I asked Sean Bean, like... He doesn't know. He's not like my Star Trek, like Starfleet computer or anything. Okay, so, I mean, at this point, I think it's pretty clear we've got it sewn up. Nobody is anywhere near any of their victory types. Takes 6 turns for that worker to show up. So actually, this is not going to accelerate this thing at all, probably. So we should probably, we're probably better off just building workers now. Or builders. Just burning them as quickly as we can. These, yeah. Those builders, any builders that we build past this point probably won't make it to the capital in time for it to matter, but I guess it's the only, like I said, it's the only thing that could matter. Oh, I should be buying builders every turn too. I should have done that before hitting end turn. Although we're only going to be able to use 1 per turn as it is, so... Yeah, I guess it doesn't make sense to stockpile them too much because we can get 2 builders per turn just from producing and buying in the capital. In fact, we probably have enough now. Free city units everywhere. He got all flustered because somebody was standing in his target hex. Yeah, so like the AI yell at players and people get annoyed with it because it's like, man, I first of all don't care what you think of me at all, and secondly, I feel that you are acting irrationally. It's nice to see that they do it to the other AIs as well.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things.
Okay, yeah, so there's no reason to run integrated space race or integrated space cell because we don't have the things that trigger the bonus. So, you know what you must do. 7 turns. 7 turns till victory. 6 turns till victory. Go stand next to it. Be ready, I guess. And so we have you. Yeah, we buy another builder. Okay, and then we should probably, like, swap Yangsan to builders. I guess we could let this campus research grant finish, but I don't know what the value of that would be. Yeah, this scientist certainly doesn't help us at all. Hopefully this is a little bit of a showcase at how good these projects are at generating great people points, though, because we got 2 great scientists in real short order, and we almost certainly could snatch this one from Brazil, I bet, if we just kept rolling them. Also, patronage is great. So, 2 arms, 1 era score for each aerodrome building constructed, 1 extra era score each time you get a great person, 1 era score for successful spy operations, 1 era score for each artifact extracted. Yeah, none of these are super relevant to us. I don't know. I mean, also it's not relevant to us because we don't care about the end game anymore. So future tech is, it doesn't do anything when you research it, it just increases your score. So if the end of the game occurs, you're higher up on the score victory, but if you can research it, you can also just win a science victory, so I don't know why it even does that. Is there anything that makes sense for us anymore? Nope. I'm just gonna click Future Civic and let it run. So what, like 3 turns, right? Assuming that each one of these builders takes about a turn off of it. Sure. Why not? You know what we should do before we leave? We should see if we can get Min back from Alexander so we don't have to leave her here. I don't think that what the science victory actually represents is us taking our whole civilization and moving to Mars, but I have chosen that is what it represents to me, personally. Trying to move you to the side. There's no point in buying another builder. We got this covered. Just wait. I don't know, man. Just come over here. What's something that takes a long time? Build the Manhattan Project, so you don't ask me for orders again. Oh, you can't really see much. Like, this is the aquarium, right? This is the new structure. You can't really see much of interest on it. Man, these tiles look really nice. Look at our pasture. Alright, I guess finish your industrial zone? Thanks, everybody. Well done. You know what? Even if we're not going to send our whole civilization to Mars, we should probably send Min to Mars so that Alexander doesn't kill her. Also, I don't know if Min struck me as a feminine name. I guess I don't know for sure that it is. Oh no, the Free Cities plundered my trade unit. Is that the first time that's happened? Okay, so next turn we should be good, I think. So, hey, Alexander. I'm real sorry about all the spying, despite the fact that I said the opposite of that to you very recently. What would it take? Ah, that's not even that expensive. You got it, buddy. Alright. She was afraid I was going to disavow, I'm sure. I would never do that to you. Sure, build a zoo, whatever. I guess keep counter-spying? It theoretically could matter. Oh, no, this is Min. Min, you just relax. You take a load off. You have earned a vacation. Sure. Modern anti-tank unit. Wow, that's, there's some hulking dudes with a very large bazooka. I guess, I don't know how big bazookas actually are. The only time I've really seen a bazooka, like, near a real person was in the Pauly Shore movie In the Army Now, I think. Not exactly a modern bazooka, I guess. Kree is considering a war on Mohenjo-Daro. Really? Why? To what? Like, to what end? For what benefit, man? Here's what I think of that.
Much as our ancestors did ages ago, we thrust forward into the unknown.
Why is this so quiet?
Pioneers set forth on an uneasy course. And yet once again did our people thrive. Now, under your leadership, we plot a new course and make another world our own.
Okay, I will turn on subtitles for those if I can find a way to do that. Much as our ancestors did ages ago, we thrust forward into the unknown. Yes, it is exactly the same as what people did ages ago. Look at that. We scored 887, apparently, which means that basically I'm Louis the 16th? That's probably bad, right? That's a low number. I don't know. Look, this is the only number that really matters. Where is it? Science per turn. Bam. The other empires did not, I don't think they were really even trying to play this game. I think most of them were going for cultural victories, but the moon landing kind of wiped that out. Anyway, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there is a particular civilization or strategy that you would like to be like to see pursued for our next game starting tomorrow, please do leave that in the comments below. And we'll see you next time.